truth is the cry of all, but the game of few, said George Berkeley, born on 12th March 1685 in Ireland, died on 14th Jan 1953 in Oxford in the United Kingdom. George Berkeley, known as Bishop Berkeley, Bishop of Cloyne of the Anglican Church of Ireland, was an Anglo-Irish philosopher whose primary achievement was the advancement of a theory called immaterialism, later referred to as subjective idealism by others. This theory denies the existence of material substance and instead contends that familiar objects like tables and chairs are ideas perceived by the minds and as a result cannot exist without being perceived. Berkeley is also known for his critique of abstraction, an important premise in his argument for immaterialism. George Berkeley said, "Truth is the cry of all, but the game of few. In time immemorial, they speak only one language, the language of understanding. They speak only one language, the language of their family. Family which sits together, eats together. They speak only one language, the language which they know and what we call at the present generation as truth, which they do not know it's truth and lie. They only know it is they known. What is they known is that known. Truth is the cry of all. At this present generation, the truth is the cry of all. But the game of few, but few could understand the truth. Because when you compare with the olden days and now, that has become an experience. There is a pyramid which believes in the pyramid, the lower stages and then the second stages, third stages, and the top sits the family head. And whatever comes out from the family head is the gospel of truth, the experience which is the reality of stabilizing the family. The roots go deeper for the pyramid to stand tall. Hence the truth is a cry. For them it was not even a cry, it was a way of life. And in that way of life it's only Ananda, Paramananda, happiness, bliss, absolute happiness. And in the happiness they do not know whether they call it God, but they have seen God in everything what they do it. They see the truth in everything what they feel it. Truth is the cry of all. The present generation talks logic, argument for argument's sake, questioning for questioning's sake, inquisitiveness too much without wanting to experience. When I was driving in Tokyo, in Japan, with my Ono-chan friend, I used to tell Ono-chan, ask the traffic policeman which way to go. Ono-chan will tell, no, don't ask, because the traffic policeman will scold. Because we should carry the book that is kind of a GPS, a route map, and she must study it very well and she should guide me. But if I alone drive, I will always stop and ask the traffic police. Policeman will be thinking, this is a foreigner, mad foreigner. But for them, they cannot. They have to go through the book, understanding, before you ask another person. Truth is the cry of all, but the game of few. Few people understand the truth. So they keep on crying, like how I stop at the traffic junction, ask the police, which way to go, this way, that way. And the policeman says, stupid foreigner, gaijin, gaikugujin. They say this bloody foreigners, but they teach their children the truth is the cry of all. Truth is the way of yours, and you should not disturb the traffic policeman. Ono-chan gets very frightened even to ask the policeman. She works hard into the book to find out how to move. Quite a lot of things to learn from them. George Berkeley, truth is the cry of all, but the game of few. So the present generation, they are created a slaved, system where you should not respect your seniors or the people who give you jobs or take care of you. You should fight back. And when you fight back, they can create unions, and union leaders comes in between to again take you for a ride, and you accept that fact that somebody is making money out of you. Hence they all say truth is the cry of all you. They all make you cry, but back at home you are tired. Back at home you have a nucleus family. Familiarity breeds contempt. When that happens, truth is the cry. You can only cry about truth, but you do not want to even look into the truth because you are already slaved. George Berkeley said, truth is the cry of all. The food is the cry of all, but nobody wants to know from how the food is made. Every truth is the cry of all. Everybody wants to cry, my mother, but nobody wants to understand the mother. Nobody wants to understand the wife. Everybody wants to get married, but nobody wants to understand. Only few. Nobody wants to understand the other side. I always tell my children, you are getting married. And if you are going to your husband's house, make sure they are not the predator. You are the predator. Not to destroy them, but to be creative. The husband's power, it takes 5 years for you to love and take the power into your side. And the husband's mother and father, whatever they say, material, 5 years, you take all the punches, all the punishment, and from that stabilization, you taken their power also into you. And then their friends, the relatives, the continuity of their joint family, you are getting a huge bank into your side. It's up to you how you want it. Here at present is the moment you go to the husband's house, you want immediate fight, you want to take a nucleus family, and then you spend money for the smallest disease. So when the husband says, Hachi, you take him to Manipal Hospital, and Manipal Hospital gives you a bill of 2.5 lakhs. But if you are a joint family, when the husband says, Hachi, the grandmother will say, give him the shunti kindi panti, put it in his mouth and hit him on his bum, will run to the office because they understand. And there is love everywhere because you see the husband's brothers and uncles and this and relatives coming and going. Even there, no psychologist, psychiatrist can come in between. In a nucleus family, husband and wife fight and they'll not talk for days together till they reach the divorce place. Here, before they go to complete the anger, another relative walked in and they talk and they share. That is the truth, is the cry of all. It is a way of life in the joint family. But truth is the cry of all when it becomes the nucleus family. Familiarity breeds contempt is the fault created by the society. You accepted that fault. You have to come out of that fault. How do you come out of the fault? You have to take the first step. But the game of a few want to get involved. Yes, even the leaders are looting, but the few want to get involved in trying to correct it up because they want that small little money. Life is over. One small joke. How many Christians does it take to change a light bulb? None. They just imagine they have seen the light. How many Italians does it take to screw in a light bulb? I don't know. But my brothers, girlfriends, fathers, managers, priests, nephew's cousin did it. Good for me. George Berkeley said, this is the cry of all but the game of few. This is my 359th.